In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and pink beetles. Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew, and let's get to the show.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's home. I know. Oh, yeah. That's a good timing of a swing. Welcome to the Grind, everybody. I am your host, Luke Hatmaker. Top of the morning to everybody in the comments. I see you all. Thank you for joining us. Love you guys. Let's hear it for the boys. I'm sorry. I'm distracted. Welcome to the Grind. My FanDuel Sportsbook. It's Wednesday. I have got Jared Davidson with me. How are you, sir? It is good to see you.
Good to see you too, my man. I'm doing good. It's beautiful outside. It is great. My dog has already been outside. He's now sitting under me whining. And yeah, no, we're doing really good. And Grizzlies got a win last night. And for the first time in a long time, I told myself, you know what? I wasn't gonna watch last night. And so the wife and I, we had dinner, we sat down, watched TV all night, and man, it just felt good. Then I looked and saw we were down after the first. And I was like, okay. Saw it was a little closer at halftime. I saw third quarter. I saw a big run in the fourth. I'm like, there we go.
There we go. And man, this was a wonderful game.
I went back and watched bits and pieces. I went back and kind of watched the condensed game this morning.
Well, no, that's the way to do it. I was going to say this was a wonderful game to kind of be like, you know what? I'm going to take – yeah, Jalen's absolutely right. Like, this was a great game to kind of be like, you know what? I'm not going to let this game bother me the first half. I'm going to tune out. I'm going to go about my business. I'm going to enjoy my wife. I'm going to enjoy some dinner. Like you said, I'm going to enjoy some new TV. And then you know what? If you did that, and you weren't pissed, and then they were like, you know what? We're going to go on a run in this second half, and you're going to come into our world, and you're going to love the second half of this game because, oh my gosh, second half of the game was way better. They won 106. If you couldn't tell by how we're talking, we won. The Grizzlies won 106 to 105 against the San Antonio Spurs. And it's like you said, first team they beat with a winning record in almost a year, close to it or something. I don't remember. There was a stat floating around yesterday that was
No, it's their
Not-
second win. It's their second win this year against a team that they've played with a winning record.
That's right. Or was it a home? Was it a home game? What was
May
the
have been
stat?
home. May have been home because because when we beat Minnesota, it was on the road.
That's what it was. So it was a home game against a team with a winning record, and it just, I don't know. There was so much to take out of this game. I got to, what jumped out to you? You said you got to watch the condensed version. Like, what was the first thing?
I watched the condensed version. So when I checked the box score, so I think I sent. I saw y'all start texting about it last night, and I was like, okay, because we were watching one of our favorite TV shows, The Rookie, had its season premiere last night. So it came on at 9, so we watched that, and so I checked the box score when I saw y'all start texting, and before I did that, I was like, all right, I haven't watched. Give me the cliff notes, and they go, yeah. I can't remember what Kenny said. They said Jaren's been good. Jock has also been good. And this was before Cam had that insane fourth quarter.
Yep.
Yeah. He goes, Jock is awesome. Jaren's playing well. And Rushy said, game of won't runs or punching above our weight class. Neither team is shooting exceptionally well. And then that's when I looked at the box score and I said, dear Lord, why are we shooting 34%? And why is San Antonio shooting 31%?
You go, what are these percentages? What are they?
Yeah, it was awful. Then the fourth quarter started happening. I noticed I liked what I saw in the condensed version from Jaren. 6 turnovers, not great, but overall 21 points, 5 of 7 from 3 last night, 9 rebounds. Looked like the deep boy again, 2 steals, 3 blocks. So those were huge. Santi getting the block at the end of the game after Cam Spencer hits what would be eventually the game winner on the step back.
Huge.
The biggest thing, because Cam ended up with 21. He finished like 13 in the fourth. The biggest thing for me with Cam has always been his inability to create his own shot when he's like with his handle and dribbling and whatnot. Like I said, he's a great ball handler. It's just sometimes he can't get that separation. Holy cow. If Cam can create separation on his own shots, which is what he did at the end of the game, the beautiful step back got his mismatch with, I believe that was Luke Cornett that got switched onto him. Mm-hmm. So if Cam can create his own shot, which I think he's going to have to start doing more now with teams, kind of guarding him at the hip a lot closer now, especially going over that. Watch out, because Cam, I think, is starting to learn. Why'd you just run in here like that?
He heard you talk about Cam. He was like, I need to be in here.
Yeah, and so like if Cam can start to create his own shot like that, I think he's kind of bound for kind of like a second run, because he had that really good 2-week stretch, kind of dipped into the little cold end. And now last night, guns a-blazing in the fourth quarter. He looked good. Shout out Jock. I want to mention this because Jock, he did miss 2 freebies. You can't do that. You cannot do that. But the last 2 games, he's had 6 offensive rebounds, like in each game. The last game he had 10 rebounds, had 6 of them offensive. Last night he had 9, another 6 offensive rebounds. He is crashing the glass on the offensive end, which is what the Grizzlies have so desperately needed. I love it. And because a team who struggles to get offensive rebounds and always kind of consistently loses a second chance points battle, you need a guy who can get you offensive rebounds. He had 3 defenses, but Jaren had all 9 of his rebounds be defensive last night. Gigi has looked better on defense.
Had 7 rebounds.
7 rebounds. He's looking better on defense. He was a plus 17 last night. That shocked me when I looked at it.
Yep.
Considering how bad he shot.
Yep.
But shout out to the psychotic man himself, who is a lawful crazy. Vince Williams Jr. The Grizzlies are 10-3 in his last 13 games that he has played.
That's a crazy stat. That's crazy.
That is a crazy stat. He shot 5 of 7 last night, 4 of 6 from 3. Vince Williams Jr. just kind of brings that good chaotic buzz to this team more than people realize. And I'm still kind of skeptical of how he was instantly available, like after Sid got hurt.
Yeah.
And I'm not, and maybe he's still a little, maybe that injury's still nagging him, but we needed a body. But that part still doesn't sit right with me a little bit. But dadgummit, he impacted the game so well last night.
Yep. We won that game last night on the energy of it's crazy. Like these games, if we can get this, if we get this version of Cam, this version of Vince, and this version of Jock,
yeah,
like That's what we need.
That's what I mean. And that's the thing about Jock. You know, everyone's like, he's not going to be the real backup piece that we need. And my biggest thing in the offseason is like, look at Jock's per 36. Like he only averaged like with a player like that who only averaged like 6 minutes a game and plays 10 minutes a game whenever it's needed. The stats in the per 36 category was almost averaging a double-double. And coming into this year, I was like, we don't need him. And he struggled early in the season because he was consistently playing those bigger minutes without Zach Edey.
Absolutely.
Now he's in a spot where he has already consistently played big minutes. So he's used to it. And he's used to that role now. And even so, whenever Edey does come back and we can kind of bring Jock back in, Jock can be either a neutralizer off the bench or just be a guy that can continue to crash the offensive boards and do the right things, shoot well when we need him to shoot well. I love what Jock's doing. He still, like I said, still can't miss 2 free throws at the end of the game. That would have made things a lot easier. But then Santi Aldama saves his butt with a block. And my co-host is kind of, Luke, are you good?
I was sneezing. I muted it because my sneezes
it looked like you were coughing. I couldn't have it.
My sneezes are so bad. I just spared everyone that. Sorry.
But you're good. But like it's just with Jock, now that he's gotten into that rhythm of playing these elongated minutes, then I think we're seeing a really, really good version of Jock. Maybe the best in his NBA career so far.
I agree with you. And we're getting it's so, I mean, we've talked about this, you and I know you and Evan have talked about this. I know Rusty and I have talked about this.
It's kind of been the main point of topic. If I know where you're going here.
Yep. Edie's the most important player here. Like,
yeah, 100%.
If these guys, I mean, yeah, Rusty's talking. I see it in the comment. Jock, Cam right now, Ty when he comes back, and Vince. Like I'm looking at these guys, like the best versions of themselves. Even Santi Aldama, like Zach Edey. If we can get these versions of these guys playing next to Zach Edey, I mean, shoot, there's the like top 5 net rating lineup combinations. This was going around.
All have Zach Edey.
All have Zach Edey, and it's like even in the NBA, Zach Edey, like that Vince Williams, Cedric, Jalen, Jaren, Edey combination was like gangbusters, and it's everything is starting to. We're seeing the pieces click, just not all at the same time. And I don't know. I'm stuff I like. There's a lot to like here, man. There's a lot to like. I mean, obviously, it's easy to be happy after a win, but there's stuff.
Yeah, especially after you've lost 4 straight.
Oh God.
Yeah, especially after you had lost 4 straight. And then and that's one of my problems with the Memphis Grizzlies is that Rusty sent it in a text last night. It's like they're punching above their weight class. The Grizzlies this year, the 2025-2026 Memphis Grizzlies, have a problem of punching to whatever weight class they are playing in. Yeah. And instead of like when you play the Wizards or a team like the Jazz, when you should beat them handily, you decide to play down to their level. When you get teams like Minnesota and San Antonio,
play up.
You go and play up to their level, and you never can stay at that level for some reason. Can you stop whining? Like he's just on one this morning. But it's one of those things. Like that's the main problem with the Grizzlies. Also, shout out to T.I. for showing some emotion in the postgame a little bit last night.
Yeah.
In the last 2 games, we've seen him not be his like AI robotic self. But yeah, also one more shout out. Bouncy hair don't care. You and Cam Spencer.
Dude, bouncy hair don't makes me laugh. I love it. I'm starting to like style my hair like him just so on the show I can make it bounce. As my microphone goes crazy. There were I love Cam Spencer. I want that Killer Cam shirt so bad. I want it so bad. The Grizzlies do play tonight, but before we get to that, let's talk about the other games from last night because the Cavs played, they beat the Pacers. Magic lost to the Wizards. What's this Wizards team doing? Soon to be, okay, so this might be a good time to inject this in. The possibly soon to be Trae Young suitors, Washington Wizards.
Well, they have a good young core that are led by like, and for the love of all things holy, I cannot remember who said it yesterday. Because I was kind of at work, half listening to shows yesterday. Because we had basketball practice at work, and I was trying to get things ready because we have game days tonight. So they're trying to get things ready. And I cannot remember who it said. It may have been Sane, but something along the lines of like this Wizards team, reminds you of the bad part of OKC before they got good. Almost like we're not saying they're gonna be OKC, but they took on a few bad contracts, but they made teams pay them to take on those bad contracts.
True.
Chris Middleton, TJ McCollum.
Yep.
And now you have young guys like you obviously have Alex Sarr,
Bial Koulibaly.
Yeah, Bial Koulibaly, and then you have Champagny, and
Trey Johnson.
Justin, wait, Trey Johnson, is he on the team?
Is that who they drafted? Not Trey Johnson. Who'd they draft this year? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't remember. The George brother did not play again, but you also Kimon, I think is his name. You also have him. There's Trey Johnson. They have Trey Johnson. I just saw his name. Marvin Bagley has provided good minutes. Bub Carrington has been good as well.
Corey Kispert.
Yeah, Corey Kispert. But no, it's just they're a good, scrappy young team. And what does their schedule look like? What have they done in the last few games? I know they've been winning.
They beat us twice in 8 days.
Yeah, shush. We don't talk about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are 5-2 in their last 7.
Not bad.
They were 5 and 23. Now they're 10 and 25. And I think they make at least an upper end play-in spot next year. I think they can compete in the play-in, and then I think if they make the right moves, you can consistently be a playoff team again in Washington.
I mean, you got to get. I mean, God, they need them there.
At some point, you have to get out of the tanking era, and I think this is finally the time where the Wizards start to get out of it.
It's a good point. At some point, you just have to. It can't be like this forever. It just can't. What else happened last night? Timberwolves beat the brakes off the Heat.
Yeah.
Lakers beat the Pelicans.
Anthony Edwards has been playing really well recently.
Yeah. Ever since he left the court in disgrace and then came back. And then if you were a maniac and stayed up late last night to watch the Mavericks beat the Kings, that's on you. I feel sorry for you. But
was that NBC's late game last night?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lame. I don't know what they were doing. I mean, good on them, but like I'm just staying up to watch that crap.
Lakers and Pelicans. Lakers had to kind of come back a little bit in that game. They outscored New Orleans 32-17 in the fourth to win by 8.
Yep.
So
that Lakers team, there's problems in LA. You know where there's not problems? Phoenix.
No, there's not.
It's playing so much better than I think any of us in a million bajillion years would have possibly predicted. They're coming to town tonight. They are right now. FanDuel has them favored, and this changed since last night.
Like 4.5, almost.
4.5 spread, minus 186 money line. Grizzlies are a home dog, plus 154. Let me see what the Suns. The Suns just continue to impress me with what they're doing this year. They are currently 7th, 21-15.
Yeah, they're scrappy, dude. Like, it's not just like it's Dylan Brooks and not Dylan Brooks, it's Devin Booker, and then you have
Colin Gillespie,
a bunch of guys that can scrap and claw their way, and that group is led by Dylan Brooks.
Yep. Royce, and it's exactly right. It's like Royce O'Neal, Ricken, Grayson Allen, Colin Gillespie. It's all these guys that are scrappy. And it's just
Jalen Green's been out for a while. He's still not going to be back either for this game. Jalen Green is not going to be. Of to note, we have not gotten the dreaded. The Grizzlies have announced the following medical update tweet.
For said,
we haven't gotten it, which makes me feel decent about where Said could be in the next week. Because like if we haven't gotten it, he's probably day to day. Now, if I just jinx it and we get it later today, I'm gonna be annoyed. But we haven't gotten it yet. You know, you may not have gotten it on the Monday where you're kind of traveling back to Memphis pretty much, and then later in the day, it could, like Russ said, could have been swelling and whatnot. But we haven't gotten it. So, Wayno, where is Ty? Ty is still his window for reevaluation is open. He has like 2.5 more weeks to get reevaluated. So, anytime soon. I'm kind of expecting a you know how the Grizzlies every once in a while will do like the Grizzlies have announced the following medical update for the following players, and it'll be like 3 or 4 players at one time.
Yeah.
Like they did with like they did with Edie and Conchar.
And
I think it was Vince maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's Ty.
Yep, you're right.
But we will get. I feel like we're going to get a lot of those updates right before Europe.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a good point. Well, like after this week, they go to Berlin.
Yeah, it's going to be right in the middle. I feel like we get kind of day-to-day updates right before Europe. I feel like because, like I said, Ty is a 3-week window to get reevaluated. That opened up this past Saturday. I believe Edie opens up sometime around Thursday to Saturday this week. So. And in Conchar's 3 to 5 week reevaluation period is open. So like there's 3 guys that are close to getting reevaluated. I feel like once the second 10 day of Coloco is over, then
we might get an update.
We get updates. I feel like that's kind of how the team rolls. But I really feel like right before Europe or after Europe is when we get that big batch of updates.
And you know what? I want to throw this up here because I hope this is the case, and I think it will be the case because Bueno says Berlin is going to be great for chemistry. I certainly hope so. I mean, they're over there. They got 2 games back to back. That's TI stomping grounds, Europe, not Germany. Hopefully they really bond over there. They like figure. I mean,
you also have Franz Wagner over there as well.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they come back from this, and if they can, it's like we've been saying, if they can be right around 500 for the All-Star break, man, like. I'll take that.
I mean, yeah, you got to look at the year that they beat San Antonio in the first round and got OKC. Ty isn't a revalue, is it not?
He's just coming back.
No, it was. Yeah, I think he's right. So we're in the window of Ty coming back. We're in that 3-week window of Ty possibly coming back. Really thought it was. It probably said they reevaluated and then they returned to play. I can't remember the exact wording.
They use that word all the time, and I just
yeah, we've seen so many medical update tweets. So, but yeah, so I think we're gonna be fine. It's just you gotta survive until then. Just stay right around 2 to 3 games. I really think this upcoming schedule, besides OKC, it can be favorable if you play like that last night. You got Phoenix tonight, which we've already beaten them. You got Oklahoma City on Friday. Then you got Brooklyn, Orlando twice, then Atlanta. Hopefully Atlanta still has Trae Young when we play them. So yeah.
Shout out comments too. Looks like T.I. lived in East Germany as a kid, which is sick. So yeah, he's gonna know.
Yeah.
This is a good question from Denise. Shout out Denise. I want to put up this here before we take a break. Do we think T.I. doesn't recognize NBA superstars? Because he did seem pretty satisfied to have that certain set of players last night pull out a win. I understand this thinking that it's like the win last night seemed to come from like that European style where a lot of guys, I don't know though. I think he's starting to really adjust to this.
I don't know. Like
he's tough to get a read on this T.I.
He is very tough to get a read on. He is very tough to get a read on. I think he's just satisfied. I think last night you saw him to see satisfied for those guys to pull out a win simply because
they needed it.
We were on a 4-game losing streak. We needed it. We had lost to the Wizards, 76ers, and the Lakers twice in like 6 days or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think he was just happy to get a win and kind of see his guys grind out a win, and especially over the Spurs where you started to see flashes of it last night where you get into the point of late game with the Spurs and you start to go flat on offense. We thought we were about to see that last night because when I saw that Fox hit those 2 straight or
that was over.
4 straight or whatever it was.
Seven
I thought it was over. Yeah, he had 7 straight points. I thought it was over then. And then Cam Spencer, it was a timeout. Then Cam Spencer hit 2 straight shots to win it. That's what he was happy about because, he hadn't had a good record against the Spurs. Hey, buddy.
Whiskey's like,
yeah, I was like, I see the 2 questions. We got superstars. Yeah, we don't have super, and we don't have superstars. We don't have superstars. We don't. We really don't. The 2 that are supposed to be have not performed this year. But that's another topic. It's been a topic that's been hammered on for the past week. But no, I think that it's to a point that where he was just happy last night that a scrappy group of guys pulled out a win when we needed it.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And hopefully a scrappy group of guys. Scrappy group. Oh, Denise, thank you. Shout out you. Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
Yeah. Love that. Thank you for hopping in. We love you. Love the vibes. We love you. Come sneak in anytime you got work break. Come hang out with us anytime you got breaks at work.
Okay, yeah. So shout out to Sane for bringing this up earlier before we get off the Memphis Grizzlies. So it said the Memphis Grizzlies guard Ty Jerome is progressing well in his rehabilitation from a high grade right calf strain that was sustained in the first quarter of the Grizzlies preseason game on October 17th at Miami. He's expected to return to play in 6 to 9 weeks, and further updates will be provided as appropriate. So we're in that 3-week window of him returning to play already. Saturday was through us that 6 weeks to start. Yeah. So we are in a 2.5 week window now to where, let's see, that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have until the 24th from the Grizzlies window that they gave us to give us for Ty to come back. So that was a return to play. Shout out, Zane.
Man, Ty's a scrappy guy. We could use him. I mean, we could use everybody we could get, but like,
which would be right after the Berlin trip.
Oh man, give it to me. Give those guys come back from Berlin. Everybody healthy.
You know, I don't know. Maybe they go see LeBron. Maybe honestly, everyone. Like, I don't care if you're injured or not. Like, make the trip. Go find LeBron's guy in Germany and come back healthy, please.
Get their blood spun like Kobe did. Whatever happened. I don't remember what he did. Go do that. While you're over there, I'm sure Ti knows a guy. Knows a blood guy.
T.I.'s probably like, I've never dealt with this amount of injuries in my life.
He's like, what do you want from me?
Well, it would be hilarious if like T.I. just brings back his own medical staff from Germany.
He comes back, totally new training staff. Hey, I wouldn't be mad.
Like, everyone's like, wait, who are these guys?
Who are these men? Who are these men? We're gonna take a quick break. When we get back, we got to talk football. I've been waiting to talk football with you. We're gonna talk NFL playoff picture. Both our teams are going. One of our teams is not playing this weekend. We're gonna break it down right after this quick word from our sponsors.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
On Reggie with Grade A Pest Control, we service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. Welcome to the Daily Grind, a Bluff City Media daily podcast. Stepping up to the microphone is your host, Luke Hatmaker. Grab your favorite morning brew and let's get to the show.
I clicked on the wrong video.
I was wondering what happened. I was like, hang on a second. We've already done an intro today.
I clicked on the wrong thing. That's my fault. But, always learning, always growing. Hey, guess what, though? We're still sponsored by those guys.
True.
So we are. Hey, I'll get it right tomorrow.
Yeah. Also, too, like I'm kind of curious, like what Wayno said. Like this is a new intro as well. Like it's a new song. It's not like the jazzy one anymore.
We're figuring it out. As I'm just happy I was invited. Okay, we are sponsored. Couldn't tell, but Carway. They're great. If you're looking for a vehicle, check them out. They will finance folks. I know it's really hard. I don't know, getting a car, it's tough out there. It's getting finance can be tough. Go check these guys out. Get help. Get a car. Get you a Pink Beetle. It's great.
From looking at their website, very affordable.
Which matters in this economy. We are also sponsored by Grade A Pest Services. They're also great. It's that time of year, guys. There's bugs. You're unaware of bugs and spiders and pests. Give these guys calls. They will get the pest out of your house. They're wonderful. You didn't see their commercials, but we are also sponsored by Mugshots Grill and Bar. They're great. We'll be doing some live shows there. We're also sponsored by Grind City Brewing. Lots of stuff happening there. I know there's an Alabama Shakes concert happening in April at their new amphitheater. Check them out. And last but not least, we are presented by FanDuel Sportsbook, which if you want to head on over there with us, we will. Well, it might serve as a good visual guide for the playoff bracket, because we are going to be looking at the updated NFL playoff bracket, the official playoff bracket for 2026. These are the matchups after kind of a wild last week of the NFL, which saw the Panthers lose, yet somehow win the division in a three-way tie in the NFC South. The Niners got beat, could have gotten the first seed and not have to leave San Fran the entire playoffs, fall to the 6th seed. Denver clinched the 1 seed. I mean, like, what do you want? Where do you want to start first, brother? Where do you want to start?
Not even playoff related at this point. For this,
we'll start with
the Falcons were eliminated on December 7th and finished tied for their division.
They
were eliminated
so bad.
Imagine being eliminated a month ago and you finished tied for first in your division. That's insane.
That sucks. That makes that job pretty. Is that job?
That job's the best job ever.
That's what I thought. I asked Rusty yesterday, and I think the Falcons job the best job as well.
I think it's the best job. You have talent, and you can say whatever you want to about Kyle Pitts. He's gotten better each year. He had 5 receiving touchdowns. He was much more consistent this year as well.
He was.
He's kind of started off good, had a few I'm not going to say dud games, but a few lull games where he had the catches, didn't have the yardage. And then later in the season, he started to kind of emerge again. And so, like I said, he had a more consistent year this year. You have Drake London, you have is it Bijan? Yeah, yep. Bijan. Yep. So you have a good skill group, and you have a pretty decent defense as well. You have a pretty good defense. So, like,
got a pass rush.
Yeah, the players. The fan base of Atlanta, I think, wanted Morris gone before their GM, but I think the players really liked Morris. So that's going to be interesting how they do it. But no, I think Atlanta's the most appeasing job right now because of the talent. And if you can either develop Penix or get a good quarterback somehow going into next year, I think this team's a playoff team and wins the division next year.
Well, so before we really get into the nitty-gritty of these matchups, so switching over to the AFC, there was another matchup where a similar situation where the division winner, the loser of that, came down to the final game in Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Loser of that game, Baltimore Ravens, fired their coach yesterday,
which kind of came as a shock, honestly.
Yes. I was pretty taken. I thought if it didn't happen on Monday, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. He's been there 18 years, won them a Super Bowl. This year, in my opinion, you can't really blame it on them. They were severely hurt this year. And like, Lamar's a great talent, and just he's been hurt, and he hasn't had the team around him he's never had the wide receiver core around him to kind of, make those elite plays and whatnot. It's basically just Lamar and Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of shocked by that, which I don't know if you saw the tweet yesterday from Adam Schefter. Within 45 minutes of John Harbaugh being fired, 7 teams called his agent. There's only 7 head coach openings, including Baltimore. So that means a team who has not fired their coach called his agent.
It's so telling. It's so telling.
It very telling, which I'm very curious as to who that could be. Honestly, like, is it Miami who decided to retain Mike McDaniel? Is it I'm trying to think of another bad team who retained their
another
coach.
team.
Like, was it the Colts who kept Shane Steichen? So like, you play that game of who called who was the team that thought they could have fired their coach, but they didn't because they didn't know who was going to be available. And then all of a sudden, John Harbaugh becomes available, and he's the hottest coaching free agent in town.
I mean, yeah, because arguably there were no. You look at the coaching list of candidates. It wasn't like last year where you had Braves and you had Ben Johnson and you had Liam Cohen. There's no. Robert
not a lot
Saleh is like the number one guy,
and there's not a lot of coordinators either this year. That like the coordinator I see floating around the most right now is my defensive coordinator, Vance Joseph, and we saw how his head coaching tree went. And he's a much better coordinator than he is a head coach.
Yes.
So
yes. Do you so Harbaugh's obviously the most he's jumps to the top of the coaching candidate list. Yep. How much do you roll out the red carpet for him if you're the Tennessee Titans?
Yes, 100%. Like, 'cause it's the perfect fit. It feels like, it's a veteran head coach with a young team. Cam Ward, who's kind of Lamar type, a little bit, I would say
Lamar light.
He had to run around last year a lot because of his offensive line. But I will say it's perfect. You get a veteran head coach who's been there for a long time with a rookie guy, with a young team, a young quarterback. You make the right decisions around him, then you could be looking at a Titans team who could be the team that, not going to say wins double-digit games after winning like 2 or 3, but I will say that could possibly jump up to being like a 8 or 9 win team.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
yeah.
I think that's very much within the realm of possibility. There's the roster isn't totally barren. The coaching staff is barren. I think that's more apt. Enough about teams that aren't playing. Let's talk about these matchups. Which one of these matchups jumps out to you the best? I mean, well, first of all, let's hats off to the Broncos. Get that first round bye. I also really like, correct me if I'm wrong, or do you get you don't get the winner of Pittsburgh, Houston, or do you just get the lowest seed? How does
you get the so what it is, the way the NFL playoffs works, you get the number 1 seed gets the lowest remaining seed, and then the other 2 seeds play each other.
So you're looking
at if New England Buffalo and Houston win, we would get Buffalo and New England and Houston would play each other.
I mean, at the end of the day, they have to come to
Denver. Any day they have to go to Denver,
which is huge.
And the one team I don't want to play is Houston again. So
really, do you think they've got the best? I
don't want to play Houston. They have.
Their defense is probably the best unit on that side of the bracket, right?
Yeah. That game will be very low scoring. It'll be the Houston and Denver defense are probably arguably the 2 best in the league. You have Houston, who has a revitalized CJ Stroud back into the season. We beat the Houston because he got hurt, and our defense stepped up again. The thing about Denver is they have a really good defense, and they have a quarterback who can make the winning plays in the fourth quarter.
That's the thing.
Anything about Bo Nix, quarters 1 through 3, you can talk about it, but in the fourth quarter, he will make the right decision. And whether it's as a scrambler or putting a ball right into the breadbasket for his receivers, that's the thing about Denver. I don't think Pittsburgh I don't think they really have a chance. So I think it's Houston. Buffalo, Jacksonville has a chance to be probably all these AFC wildcard games have a chance to be really good.
Yeah.
New England and Los Angeles with Herbert and May could be insanely well. Jackson and Buffalo, obviously with how Trevor Lawrence has played, and it's Josh Allen. So those could be really good. I'm excited to watch the AFC wildcard this weekend, and I'm kind of glad that they have all the Sunday and Monday games.
Yeah, I was like, let's go to the NFC because there's some kind of like
you got Rams
maybe
and Panthers.
Yeah,
which
God.
The Panthers won 31-28 earlier this year, but that was in Carolina. And in the playoffs, it can come down to experience, and Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay have won a freaking Super Bowl together. So there's your experience there. So
what do you think the spread is?
They have to go to Carolina again. I forgot they have to go to Carolina. Yeah. So that'll be interesting because that place is gonna be rowdy. First time they made the playoffs in forever.
Rams are 10.5 point spread.
I knew that. Yeah, but like, don't tell Carolina that they're scrappy.
You got San Fran and Philly and San Fran.
I think the Eagles are 5-0 in their last 5 playoff home games or something like that. But I don't know. They just keep finding ways to somehow win games right now. And San Francisco has been very good, banged up but very good.
Banged up, but very good.
Yeah, so I don't know how to feel about that game. Evan and I do our FanDuel pick of the week every Monday.
Oh yeah.
I think I took San Francisco on the plus money line just because like I think that they can knock. I took San Francisco on the positive like plus 180 something money line because I think they can do it in Philly. I just think Philly, Jalen Hurts, he goes AWOL, like he goes just missing in the passing game at times, and you can't do that in the playoffs. And then Packers Bears. I am intrigued about that because Jordan Love will be playing. They are also insanely hurt everywhere. Luke, I love you, but I don't like. It's the Bears' first time in the postseason since what, 2019?
Since the double freaking doink.
Since the double doink. But like with Green Bay, I
don't like it either. I don't like it either. Okay,
look, y'all split the regular season matchups.
Yeah.
In 2 really good games. Something about me wants to pick Green Bay, and part of me thinks that they're favored. I think they are favored actually. And with Chicago just being a young team, I think their entire wide receiver core is questionable. I think they all play with Rome Odunze, DJ Moore. I think they all play.
Luther Burden's hurt. They're all
yeah. But like the Bears in the past few weeks have shown me that their offense can be high powered. And if this game gets high scoring, don't think the Packers have a good chance. But if the Packers defense can keep it low, which the Packers have a decent defense, if they can keep it into like the low to mid 20s, I think the Packers win it. And I think they can do that. That is going to be the most intriguing game on the NFC side.
Yeah, I agree. I think in terms of both have the potential to be pretty high scoring offenses here. My thing is, it's like you said, if it comes down to defense, Chicago, the Bears, I love them. Defense relies on a lot of variance. They rely on a lot of takeaways, a lot of turnovers, and that's difficult to replicate, especially in playoffs. I mean, and I just don't.
The weather in Chicago is on Saturday.
Because that's another thing to think about.
Imagine if you get a snowball in the playoffs.
Which Edward is saying, he's saying the season's been over since Kraft got hurt. Since Tucker Kraft.
They've been on a little downhill spiral, but not.
They've been hurt. They've been hurt. I don't know. I just
there is a like an 80% chance of rain and snow on Saturday.
Of course there is. What time is the game? Is it the night game or is it the first?
Yeah, it's the night game on Saturday.
God, man, you know what sounds like an awful game, an awful day. Catching. Don't the Nets? Don't we play the Nets? No, they play on Sunday. Never mind. I was like, do I have to watch the Grizzlies play the Nets and then watch the Bears play the Packers on the same day? Because that sounds awful. But ignore me.
Yeah, you get to watch the Packers stress. Well, I say stress-free.
It's never stress-free against the Packers, man. It's never stress-free.
I know. That's how I feel when I play Kansas City.
Yep. Let's is Love healthy to play? I think he is playing.
Yeah, Love is playing. I looked that up while we're on commercial break.
He's not played since they beat us last, right? It's the last game the Packers won. Was when
he's
the last
been
time
hurt.
They beat us.
Like he got hurt, but I'm pretty sure he's active.
Okay.
They signed Desmond Ridder from the practice squad to the active roster. I think because Malik Willis is questionable to go, and they don't know if he's going to be able to go as a backup. But yeah, Jordan Love is playing, so
we'll see. I'm going to keep this graphic up here because it is time for our daily dose of It's a Trap, named after Admiral Akbar, our guy, sponsored by FanDuel Sportsbook. I am, if you're new to the business, if you're new to the show, it's named after Admiral Akbar. I'm going to give Jared 3 bets from FanDuel. He just tells me which one is a trap. Topic of my choosing. I'm going to leave this up here because you can look at this if you would like. Because today's topic is the NFL playoffs to make the divisional round. So just to advance, so of all these teams, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 teams to advance to the divisional round. Now, which one of these is a whiskey? You can't help him yet. I haven't given him the answer. Which one of these is a trap to advance to the divisional round of the playoffs? Is it A, the Chicago Bears minus 118? Is it B, the Pittsburgh Steelers plus 138? Or is the Carolina Panthers plus 480? Again, that's the Bears minus 118 to advance, the Steelers plus 138 to advance, or the Carolina Panthers. God, I said it once and never going to be able to say it again. Carolina Panthers plus 480 to advance.
Luke, I said when we were talking about the Packers and Bears game that I think that Green Bay is favored. So I'm going to make this quick and easy. Give me the Bears.
Just shoot me in the freaking head, man. Just shoot. just pop me right in the head. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's execution style, Jared. So Pittsburgh and Carolina, both positive odds here to make the playoffs.
And those make those. I'm kind of shocked Carolina's that high. Because of that they beat the Rams earlier this year in Carolina. Where they're about to play again.
The Rams are plus 600 something to advance. Like they've got the highest odds to advance, which is quite funny. And you're absolutely right. Chicago's not favored. They're plus 100 to advance. Green Bay is favored. And this has changed. Vegas is actively thinking, like, I checked the odds last night.
Flip-flop.
Yeah. It is upsetting.
Upsetting.
But this is where we want to be, man. We want to be like, don't believe in us. It's fine. I don't care. I'm not mad.
I think no matter what happens in this game for Chicago, I think no matter what happens, is like they have a great future ahead of them with Ben Johnson as head coach. So I think they're happy. I think you would be happy. You'd be mad about the loss, especially to the team. But I think you're happy no matter what at the end of the day that there are signs of life in Chicago.
No question. I'm just happy to be here legitimately at this point. Before we get out of here, I didn't say we were going to talk about this, but I want to since we got a little time. MVP race in the NFL.
Yes.
Who is your NFL MVP? I'm just curious.
I think it's still going to be Stafford. I think Drake May, how they like to do the nickname for him. Dadgummit. Like, it's going to be between those two.
Yeah,
it is. I think it's Stafford. He had that incredible run. He still has that incredible run. Where they just went. He had like 40 something touchdowns, like 48 touchdowns, and only like 8 interceptions this year. So I don't know. I think it's him. I think it's Stafford at the end of the day.
I mean, and we also, like it or not, this is narrative based a word 100%. In my opinion. And like, we both watched. I mean, I think Stafford honestly deserves it for what he's had. I mean, those years where he was in freaking Detroit, still just chugging along. Everybody likes the guy. We were talking before the season how he wasn't going to play because his back.
Yeah, everyone thought his back was jacked up, and then he comes in and he's like, oh, hey guys.
Now we're talking about him winning the MVP. So I'm with you. I think he will win. I think the votes have already. Are the odds even available on FanDuel? I don't.
That's what I'm trying to like. I'm trying to look. I don't see them yet.
I think they've already had the votes might already be in. Yeah, you can't even.
Yeah, because I mean it's a regular season award, so the votes are already done.
Crazy. One more question for you before we get out of here. Sorry, we're going straight from the hip.
You're good.
Does Dante Moore go back to college? Do you think he's going to come out and go to the draft, or do you think he stays in Oregon?
First, I kept seeing this morning when I woke up, I saw like a bunch of different like NIL suings and whatnot this morning. So for a second, I was like, and with all the college basketball stuff being on, my
you
brain
thought
blanked
you were
on-
like, oh,
my
no.
brain blanked on Dante Moore being at Oregon. Ooh.
Because Mendoza's number 1 overall pick right now, probably going to go to the Raiders. So the Jets
Yeah.
got that number 2 overall pick. Most likely they take Dante Moore.
Here's a hot take. I don't think the Jets take a quarterback this year.
Oh,
Hot take. I think they wait till next year. I really think that this will be the one time the organization is okay with tanking. Because I think they may the quarterbacks next year, in my opinion, are better. Obviously you have Arch.
Yeah.
If Arch can continue to develop. So I don't know. I think this would be a much better time for Dante Moore to go in the draft. I really think it depends on how the rest of the playoff unfolds.
It's a good point.
But if he wants to go and have a better draft choice, I think this year is the year. Because as a player, you have to. When drafts are scarce at certain positions, when you're good in that position, you have to look at possibly going this year when you have the opportunity to stay and wait. Because say if you stay and other quarterbacks from next year's draft class surpass you, and then your draft stock falls, your ultimate rookie contract drops in value and whatnot. So you got to think about those things. So I think Dante Moore may go this year. So
if he does, and if you're right, and if the Jets decide to wait, 3rd pick is the Cardinals. And you know what, Dante Moore, that makes more sense to me. Like, get him to the Cardinals.
I think Kyler Murray. I think the Kyler Murray experiment's done.
Yeah, I think it is too. He wants to go.
Well, and also too, like, if a certain quarterback at Oxford doesn't get his waiver granted, he could be a sneaky draft pick as well. So shout out Trinidad.
Oh man. That's gonna do it for our show today, but we're gonna be back tomorrow and we're gonna be talking about maybe not Trinidad, but we will be talking. I mean, because we got what games tomorrow? Games tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we have a game tomorrow. We got semifinal start tomorrow, and I believe semifinal starts tomorrow, and I believe it is Indiana and Oregon.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's not. I'm lying. If my phone will load. Can we work? Thank you. There we go. Let me scroll down here because it's Miami Ole Miss tomorrow. Oregon, Indiana on Friday.
So we will be talking Trinidad Chambliss tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Going to recap this Grizzlies game, obviously, but we're going to be. I mean, this is a big week for college sports. We're going to be diving deep into these playoff matches. So tune in tomorrow for that. Thank you for tuning in today. There were some new phases. Thank you guys. We love it. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, comments were popping today.
Popping in the morning. We love it. Also, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to FanDuel. Thank you. It's a good question before we get out of here.
Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes.
Oh man, if that happens, we're getting Drew on here. Thank you, Edward.
I don't care. I don't think Drew would care if he got a ring or not. Drew would be ecstatic that Ole Miss won the national football championship before Mississippi State, and just in general.
It's a very good point.
Oh my gosh, Drew, the $2 would be hilarious the following Monday.
Yep, we might have to have a $2 sports show. Like, I'll cancel my show and they can just have 3 shows that day.
They just have like a 4-hour morning show.
That's what I want to see. We will be back tomorrow. Like I said, thank you to FanDuel. Thank you to Grade A Pest Services. Thank you to Carway. Thank you to Mugshots. And thank you to Grind City Brewing. Have an intentionally positive day, guys. Denise, yes. I love that. We'll be back tomorrow. And if you can remember anything at all, remember these 2 things as you go about your day. 1, remember to be a little weird, just a little bit, a little baby bit. And 2, remember to smile, guys. Yeah. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Go Grizz.
Thank you for listening to The Daily Grind. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.